What I'm doing today is I've been making a polymer clay orchid, and I didn't like the color. The color didn't come out too well, so I'm adding a little more color onto the baked leaves that I did yesterday, and I do that with chalk to try and make it a little more realistic. I took white polymer clay and Kato translucent clay, combined them, and I'm now adding color to the leaves. I did add color before, but it didn't really, it actually got lighter. I thought it was going to get darker. So what I'm doing now is I'm adding a little more color on top of that color so that I could then rebake it. When I rebake it, I'm going to let it go for at least an hour and a half because I need these leaves to be really strong. I know they look like feathers, like this one looks like a feather, but it's actually a leaf for an orchid. And again, I'm just strengthening the color a little bit so that when it bakes for an hour and some, hopefully it'll bake into the piece. I've never done this. I've never actually added color to the polymer clay after it's baked, but I figure since I'm going to bake it again and for a long period of time for strength, I think it'll go right into the piece, bake right into the color, will bake right into it just like it did the first time. Hopefully a little better. This is the dorsal sepal, the one on top of the orchid. You see how it has a little bit of translucency to it? That's because I mix it with the translucent, Kato translucent clay. I'm going to, excuse me, Father, I'm going to continue doing this for each petal, and then I'm going to darken the yellow part of it as well, and then I'm going to assemble it and then put it to bake for an hour. And the way I assemble it is by these wires that I did. Now all of these are just basically rolled out, put between some orchid texture mold, and then I just basically cut them out by hand, and I roll them onto a board that has a little crevice in them to make this little line to insert the wire. You could see this wire here didn't make it into that line, but in any case, I just wanted to share with you what I was doing today. This is the throat, and it didn't come out too well. It was kind of like a throwaway piece. I had started ripping, so I kind of just tossed it aside. I was going to do it again. Then I thought, well, this is just a test piece. Let me just bake it and see what happens. So when it's put together, it should look pretty good. It looks pretty realistic already. Okay, I'll let you see more as I continue with this piece. So here we go. This is my assembled orchid. It is the first one I've made in quite some time, probably 5 years. And it kind of looks like it. It's done. I didn't do the back. It's done really, really, really badly. You see how this broke? It kept breaking. There's more pieces of it right there. And this is what I was able to accomplish. Not very good. But again, this is my first orchid in like 5 years. And this is without a template or anything. This is just me cutting the pieces out by eye. And again, the throat was broken and I had tossed it in the trash, but I decided just to do it, just to use it, because it was going to be my my template or my first sample piece. But so here we have it. It's not very pretty. It's done really badly. I couldn't even get the tape to cooperate. It was really difficult. But anyway, it's my first my first orchid in a very long time. I intend to make more, and hopefully they'll look much better than this one. God bless you.